Hey everybody, I'm back. So I figured I might as well go check out Blackwater while I'm over here.
To draw too.
I am not drawing, Burned Girl. I am producing a detailed sketch. Take a pen and some paper. Today we are going to create an optimal layout for the sleeping rolls and other areas of the camp, taking into account wind direction, heat distribution from the fire, and the position of individuals who are prone to snoring.
What's this now? Pond of Call Lightning. Augmented Grunt.
I got this. Retreat is not an option.
Vulnerabilities electricity.
Damn you!
Okay.
We'll make things right.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This must be from, is it Numeria? I forget. It's this region of Galarian where alien ships crashed. And so now there's all these robots running around and fighting barbarians, and just, yeah, Conan versus magic robots from space.
Close ranks. Are you still here?
And now is when this cantrip will really come in handy. Does she have that cantrip too? Yep. Ah.
Good guys always win. Ha! I got this. Kneel before me.
Oh boy.
Let's see what we can do.
They're not hostile? Huh. Numerian bomb. A hefty contraption that can easily be identified as Numerian by its appearance. The case features a large red button and a series of warning symbols such as crosses, skulls, and fire. These signifiers indicate a universally obvious meaning to all observers regardless of their language, that this item is a powerful bomb. Interesting. another one of those.
Prepare yourself.
Good guys always win.
Defend my dream. Vesna, guide my hand!
Ah.
I got this.
Really?
Surrender or else!
Flaming lockpick. It is unlikely that this device was designed to open locked doors, but it is perfectly suited to that purpose. Drawing in gas from the connected metal flask with a low wind, the flaming lockpick releases a stream of white-hot flame, heating and quickly vaporizing the metal lock. Flaming lockpick fuel. The metal flask is full of foul-smelling gas, fuel for a flaming lockpick. Percentage of successful implantations increased to 47. For the purposes of improving this result further, complete removal of the temporal lobes will be implemented in future procedures. Access to maintenance cells granted. Oops. The work on fortifying the outer perimeter is almost complete. We are now well protected against surprise raids, and no wandering demon will ever disturb us again. Unfortunately, Master Hundredface tasked me with routine checks to keep the mechanisms in working condition, and I hate leaving the device maintenance area. These damned gates are driving me insane. I can never remember the right access code. Why couldn't they just stick to numbers? They just had to use this geometric Numerian nonsense. I keep forgetting the sequence does not end with a cycle, it ends with a base. The symbols are basically the same. The cycle is a circle, the base is a circle with a dot, but I keep mixing them up, and I just end up standing in front of the gates like an idiot. So I'll just write it on this and keep reading it over and over every day until I get it. The third symbol in the code is a base, a circle with a dot, not a cycle. Aiming lockpick fuel.
Here we go.
The gates before you look sturdy and well built. The metal doors are completely smooth and devoid of any keyholes or other locking mechanisms. Next to one of the doors is a small panel covered in symbols. You quickly discover the joints and mechanical contraptions that serve to set the gates in motion. The doors themselves also reveal something interesting. What at first glance appeared to be a sheet of solid armor, upon closer inspection looks more like cloth. The armor is made from extremely fine gray fibers that have been very tightly and skillfully fitted together to create a single fabric. Judging by the material's unyielding hardness, this is the sky metal known as adamantine. However, the darker matte color suggests that it is more likely an alloy of adamantine and a type of steel called glaucite. A much cheaper substance, but also not quite as tough. You notice interspersions of yet another material among the gray fibers, flecks of pale green that appear more crystalline than metallic in structure. This is probably noqual, another sky metal, an extraordinary crystal that can be forged like iron and that has the capacity to resist magic. The creator of these gates must have wanted them to be a truly indestructible barrier. The symbols on the panel react to your touch, lighting up with a brief metallic sound. Every symbol you touch stays illuminated for a little while, but when you press 3 in a row, they fade with a sharp, unpleasant sound that makes your ears hurt. 6 symbols adorn the panel buttons: a circle, a triangle, a square, a circle with a dot, a rhombus, and a dot. On one of the symbols, the rhombus, you notice a bloody fingerprint. The smudge, though almost faded entirely, instantly gives a sinister cast to the panel. Let's see. So the third symbol is a line with a circle above it, and a rhombus is in that sequence somewhere. Is there anything else over here that I missed? Doesn't look like it. Not unless I feel like killing those salamanders, and I'd rather avoid that if it's not necessary. So, Circle, rhombus, circle with a dot. Nope. Triangle, rhombus, circle with a dot. Aha! Nice. Oh. Are those augmented demons? Why would you do that? I thought only the UAC was dumb enough to do that. An augmented succubus?
Damn you!
Come on, really?
Are you still here? I refuse to surrender. This one's mine.
Oh. God damn it. Alright. Guess I'm pulling out all the stops now. This isn't gonna work. Yep. Come on. Wow, he actually hit something. Of course, nobody can hit those things. Time that thing died. You have to roll a 10 or higher. That's all. Well, there goes Regal. God damn it. About time somebody hit that thing. God damn it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going any further right now.
Sometimes I want to be like you, Nenio. I want to learn how to forget things I'd rather not think about. Some of my memories are a heavy burden to bear.
In my expert opinion, you enjoy contemplating your past and the results of your actions, and conducting self-analysis. If you truly wanted to forget, you would have done it already.
So that took one day. Can this door be opened or not? Nope. Oh, great. Fantastic. More of those. God damn it. As if those things weren't bad enough the first time. Miss. Big surprise. Really?
Good guys always win.
Who the fuck thought giving something 41 AC was a good idea? They all have 41 AC?
I got this.
I will resist!
Seriously? How did we not get her yet? least these things will be bearable to fight. Oh, I didn't think that would actually work. Really? Lawful good? How?
Trust in yourself.
Should I?
Of course I can't get up there. At least move him to the front, I suppose.
Too late for apologies.
How come she only shot once that time?
Prepare yourself.
Why? What? How does he have spell failure chance? What the fuck?
Damn you! Are you still here? Bam!
Ugh. God damn it.
Retreat is not an option.
Desna, guide my hand.
No! Why? He has 0% spell failure chance.
Make your peace.
Ugh. After a coughing fit, the warrior wipes the blood from her lips. Her hand moves lightly without the artificial stiffness you've observed in the behavior of the other enemies here. But her head has been mutilated in the same way as everyone else's. The top of her skull has been removed, and the thin barbs of the crown she's wearing go right into her exposed brain. Who are you? I am Kara, chieftain of the Blackwater clan. And you, outsider, have assaulted my home and threatened our great mission. You haven't lost your mind like the other occupants of this place. If you don't resist the circlet, it won't smother your mind. It's tough. Tough to feel someone else's will entering your consciousness. Tough to give up the freedom to control your body. Like a cold hand sinking into your head, sifting through your thoughts with its slimy fingers. But I readily accepted this fate, and I'll gladly endure any torment as long as it brings us closer to victory. What is your mission? To defeat the demons. We're gathering an army that can march on eyes and exterminate the abyssal spawn. Poor souls like you who wander into our camp become invincible soldiers, only they are capable of prevailing in this war. No mere mortals, not even the gods themselves, can stop the world wound, and that means we are mortal kind's last chance. We possess great magical weapons, our bodies no longer know pain, and our hearts know no fear. Our minds are bound by the Master's will and discipline. Cast your blade down at his feet, let him touch you, and you'll join with us, as a true savior of Galarian. Why did you attack me? Hundredface identified you as a threat to the mission. We are executing his command. Your life is unimportant as are ours. All that matters is the success of the mission. Tell me about Hundredface. The last hope of Sarkoris, a great thinker and strategist. When the demons came and our clan was in its death throes, nobody answered our call. The other clans chose to save themselves. Our neighbors turned their backs on us, and the gods... Even our gods did not answer because they were afraid. They hid like cowards. And then Hundredface came, a stranger from Numeria who did not know us and owed us nothing. But unlike the others, he was willing to help. He was looking for allies, desperate people who would agree to anything, people like us. The Blackwater clan rejected the taboos of our ancestors, cursed the traitor gods, and accepted the mage's help. And now, with his aid, we will defeat any foe and save Sarkoris. Sarkoris fell long ago. You're all slaves to a cunning mage, killing in the name of a dead nation. Sarkoris has fallen? But how? That's impossible. Hundredface would have told us. There must be survivors, there must be some resistance. It couldn't have happened. Everything we've done... No, it can't have been for nothing. I refuse to believe you. Sarkoris lives and so do we. The preparations are almost complete, and soon we will drive the accursed demons back into the abyss. Our poor brethren, suffering under the oppression of the world wound, are waiting for us to come to their rescue. And we will come. We will. What are you and Hundredface doing here? We've been building an army. Ordinary mortals can't hope to fend the demons off. Our bodies are fragile and our hearts are fickle, ready to betray us at the crucial moment. Nothing of this world could give us the power we needed, but Numerian machines are not of this world. They are capable of so much more than our pathetic blades and meager magic. My tribesmen became the first volunteers in the ranks of Hundredface's army. Not the last. Soon we will purge all Sarkoris of the taint, free our brethren from the demon's yoke, and prove that our sacrifice has not been in vain. Hundredface has destroyed your clan, turned them all into monsters. We gave ourselves up willingly. We had to. And I was the first to let myself be crowned with a circlet. Yes, it was excruciating and horrifying. When the blades dig into the bone, when the probes sink into the brain, that is when one begins to know true terror. Some surrendered to their fear at the last moment. They tried to resist. They begged for mercy. But we would not allow them to bring shame upon us all. I personally placed circlets upon the heads of the doubtful, a heavy, bloody burden that could only be carried by the clan's chieftain. Given the circumstances, that was a highly commendable decision. Admittedly, it did not provide any practical benefit to Sarkoris, but you are not at fault for that. You performed your duty in full. Who would have thought that Sarkorian savages, despite being followers of primitive cults, would realize they must do their part for the good of science and become test subjects in such a marvelous experiment? So you all chose to exist as mechanical puppets. You would judge us? Have you seen demons butcher entire villages? Mothers being lashed with whips and forced to run the length of a palisade, their bleeding children impaled atop it? Have you seen demons cut off a warrior's manhood just to mock him, or slice the breasts off a brave woman? Have you ever watched a giant monster slowly devour a human being, leisurely chewing on them while they're still alive? I have, and I must put an end to this. The end justifies any means. We can do this. We won't give up. Whatever the cost, we'll pay it. I grieve for the countless losses that robbed you of your sanity. Naive fool. It is heroism, not madness, that you see before you. We did the unthinkable, but only because it was necessary. How could anything be clear to you? You have only heard our story, not lived it. You don't know our anguish, the pain of our sacrifices. Who do you see before you? A monster? A traitor? So naive. But Hundred Face will soon reveal the truth to you, and then you'll understand me. Should I spare her or not? Not sure that I should. Yeah, let's just finish her off. Carved key inlaid with glimmering crystals. Judging by its unusual design, it pairs with some sort of Numerian mechanism. Blasting bracers. These bracers are of Numerian technology. You cannot equip them. So, can anybody use those? Guess not. What are these?
success worthy of praise.
This +3 greatsword is merged with Numerian technology. Once per day, the wielder can activate one of 5 enhancements for a number of rounds equal to half the wielder's level. Any other doors that need to be unlocked? Here's one. No? That didn't use up the key, did it? No, it's still there. Can I open this door? Oh, I hope there's not more of those things down there. Oh, come on! I hate this place so much.
Pretty.
you or zap you? Why not both?
Kneel before me.
Wow, he actually hit something.
I will resist!
Yes.
Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes.
You're a good person. I like you.
Well, those things still aren't hostile yet. Ah, really?
Distract them for me.
Of course.
This one is mine.
Are you serious? Ugh.
I refuse to surrender.
Oh my god!
Prepare yourself.
Good guys always win.
Desna, guide my hand.
Let's see what we can do.
What? Fine.
Final check. Knee pads in place. Pillow in case of spontaneous collapse in place. Chronometer in place and running. I hereby commence the experiment. Today we will learn if members of my race are capable of sleeping standing up.
Yeah, this is the last time I'll be able to rest here until we start suffering corruption effects. What else am I gonna have to deal with? Who's this now? warrior in a crusader's tabard rocks back and forth in a meditative trance. Her mangled head is adorned with the same type of sinister-looking circlet you've seen on the other guards, but she issues no menacing demands for you to surrender to 100 Faces' mercy. Instead, she quietly whispers, "Iomade emboldened my spirit before my death. Hey, are you alive? You're not one of 100 Faces' servants. You don't have one of those accursed circlets. Praise Iomade, prayed someone would come and help me. Please end my suffering." "What's your name?" "Athar Avans, corporal in the Mendevian army. Our squad was lured to this place. We were on forward patrol, when we met a man. He told us that a group of slaves had escaped from the demons and taken shelter in this camp. He said they had many wounded who needed help. Once we entered the camp, we had no way of leaving. Where are your comrades? They have all fallen. When we realized we were trapped, we tried to fight our way to the heart of this compound, but we stumbled upon some magical device that seems to incinerate minds. We had to stop and take up defensive positions nearby. We were holed up there for 2 days while our wizard tried to find a way past it, but those abominations came and picked us off one by one. They deliberately avoided killing us. They just wounded us enough to cripple us. Then later, the ones they'd taken came back, with their heads cracked open. They didn't recognize us. They carried out someone else's will, shouted someone else's words. But the voices, they were the voices of my friends. When I alone was left, they came for me. I couldn't end their lives. Damned coward, I just couldn't bring myself to do it, and they made me into this." "What did they do to you?" "They cut open my skull and shoved this thing into my head to control me. And then, oh, those sadists know every flavor of pain. They tore me open and shoved their vile machines into my body, then sewed me up just to start tearing at another spot. They sealed my wounds shut, poured some potions into my veins that made my insides burn, and all the while I could hear him, that voice, that disgusting voice. If they close in on you, do not let them take you prisoner. Kill yourself, and do it so there's nothing left behind for them to use." There it is, their altar of torment, the thing that maimed me. Now the master of these monsters sends me orders through psionics, and my body keeps trying to obey. These circlets are his reins. I wanted to enter his lair and kill him, but the closer I got to him, the harder it was for me to fight against his voice ringing in my ears. If you're still in control, why haven't you ended your life yourself? I've tried so many times, but each time I was about to end it all, I felt fear. And fear weakens the will, so the voice in my head sounded even louder, even stronger. I could feel myself slipping away. I worried that if I tried to inch the blade closer to my throat, he would bind me to his will forever. So all I could do was wait. How did you manage to resist being possessed? It's not easy. His voice enters your mind, and to defy his commands is torture, but I'm a medium, and I'm used to hearing voices in my head. They almost drove me mad as a kid, until I learned to quiet them. That's why I joined the Crusaders when I grew up. I prayed to Iomade for help, and she blessed me with the fortitude I needed. That's why I'm fighting, and why I'll keep fighting that scumbag for as long as I can. He's breaking me bit by bit, but I'll stay strong, because as soon as I give up, Oh, Iomade, please no. I don't want to lose myself. It's terrifying. Gods, it's so terrifying. But now you've come, and that means I haven't been holding on in vain. There, in that pile of clutter, I hid the relics our squad carried. I was the last, and the others haven't seen the cache, so they couldn't report it to the enemy. Take them all. Relics blessed by Iomade must never fall into the hands of these monsters. I'll help you. Thank you, but I cannot be saved. I no longer want to live with this abomination in my head, but I cannot get rid of it. It will fry me from the inside if I try to take it off. There is only one way out, to end it all. If the voice in my ears had quieted down even for a second, I would have done it all myself. So help me, do it all quickly and cleanly. Thank you. I don't want to hear him in my head any longer. flaming lockpick fuel. The contraption before you looks truly sinister, like the entrails of some sort of sea creature. A glinting tangle of ebony tubes connects to a capacious vessel. Binding, splattered with blackened blood, must serve to hold helpless victims. You notice a piece of scalp stuck between the teeth of the serrated saw. The shiny and impossibly sharp drill is sickening to look at. It's like the machine is sleeping, but ready at any moment to awaken and recommence torturing and dissecting living flesh. Well, 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 what have we here? Interesting. Very interesting. It appears that this machine is what performed the heinous and disfiguring procedures on the guards that have turned them into puppets. A separate compartment of the machine holds an orderly sack of the nefarious circlets, their metal spikes gleaming. Numerous crystal plates, all no thicker than a hair, cover the inside of each circlet's rim. These plates overlap in an intricate pattern and are connected by a web of grayish metal fibers. Small spheres of a cloudy stone that resembles smoky quartz rest against the temples. It's possible that these are what the mysterious master uses to deliver commands to his slaves. Carefully touching the crystal plates, you analyze the circlet's reactions. Some touches make the circlet vibrate quietly, while others cause tiny storms of lightning to run along the spikes. Even though this contraption was created by adepts of a magic that you're completely unfamiliar with, you are nonetheless certain that it is magical. Basing your assumptions on your knowledge of primary arcane principles, you're able to guess the access keys to some of the simplest, least sophisticated functions and activate the circlet. It seems that this item was crafted through the use of psionic magic. The crown can heighten one's sensitivities to such influences, but it could instead be made to protect the wearer from psionics.
This is my kind of work.
It went splendidly. A success worthy of praise.
Helmet of the Abyss Killer. According to legend, this helmet belonged to a mighty warrior who was doomed to endlessly slay hordes of demons. It doesn't seem to have any magic, but it looks formidable. That's awesome. Did that get rid of the corruption? Well, I won't know unless I try to camp again. Hold on. Let's see. 248108. Eight 151. I can just keep doing that. Oh, that needs to be patched out. Although it would take quite a while to get up to the next level just by doing that, so... yeah, I guess if you're willing to work for it, you could get a level by doing that. You could probably even get to level 20, but it would take a long time.
I can handle it.
So it just says to turn off the arcane emitter. How do I do that? What, that's it? Good thing he's got the healing factor. What happens if I summon him back? Oh, he comes back good as new. Can only do that once a day, though. You've demonstrated superior abilities. We are impressed. We greet you, candidate. Candy who? For a moment there I thought you said something about candy, but there's no way a nasty old bully like you could be talking about anything nice. Who are you? We are Hundred Face, the Mind Engineer, the alloy of mortal and immortal. We oversee this community. You realize you've seen this face before. Cowl-shrouded visage of the Kelid Velg who told you about this place. The top of Hundred Face's skull has been removed like the others, but the crown he's wearing is much larger and more intricate. How strange. You're talking to us, but it's like you're not even here. I can't sense any good or evil in your words. Nothing. Just noise, like a ticking clock. Hey, I know you. True, your arrival was planned in accordance with the schedule. Given that the original host's body possessed the most advanced functionality, we used it to convince you to come. We are satisfied with the fact that you arrived within the scheduled time limits, as did all previous candidates. The calculations do not require adjustment. The original host's name does not matter, and neither does the history of his existence. We are not what he was. We have long surpassed the limitations of a mortal creature's mind. The singular personality was split in order to achieve complexity of thought. Now we are a collective. We are Hundred Face. So you even turned yourself into a machine. True. The exhaustion and deterioration of living tissue reached critical levels. For the purposes of continuation of function, a number of measures were taken. The decision was considered acceptable. The procedure resulted in the duration of existence being extended by an undefined length of time, which will prove sufficient for the discovery of permanent solutions. Incredible! Simply unbelievable! A real breakthrough! Alright, listen, I'll need the schematics, then I'll take some measurements, run a series of tests. False. The technology is not accessible to outsiders. You may obtain the required data only by undergoing the transformation process. That is tempting. But I can already see a number of flaws in your design. Here's what we'll do. You give me access to your technology, I'll improve it, and then I'll allow the lot of you to join with my brilliant mind as my assistants. Categorically denied. Our design is perfect and is not subject to adjustment. Why have you lured me here? The question requires a multi-part response. First, we have been testing our location's deterrence system. The deterrence system has been judged unsatisfactory. Adjustment based on this observation is required. Second, we have been testing you. You have been deemed satisfactory, candidate. You will be subjected to the modernization procedure. Third, we have been searching for a fitting specimen as a replacement to lead our field combat unit. Your abilities have been deemed extraordinary. The modernization procedure will be modified in order to take the specimen's peculiar properties into account. We are satisfied to the highest degree and are experiencing a state of euphoria. We wish to inform you that you will serve as the leader of our army. What are you doing here? We are conducting the project, implementing its schedule, and gathering an army. While incrementally enhancing countermeasures, we are attracting increasingly more dangerous opponents to absorb their abilities through modernization and amalgamation. The next scheduled phase is to attract a high volume of non-mortal opponents, such as the demon armies of the Worldwound. The chances of victory are adequate. They wanted to fight the demons and turned themselves into monsters that are no better. What is that if not a triumph for the Abyss? How did you convince the Sarkorians to serve you? The manipulative approach was deemed optimal. The specimens were motivated by the promise of assistance. Mistrust was suppressed through the weakening of their identity's basic elements, such as hope, religious beliefs, or ethical limitations. Insubordination was suppressed through internal purges. You're just playing with the lives of others. True. Playing a game is the preferred default activity for the most advanced intellects. The mind's purpose is to play and find the optimal strategy to achieve total victory. How do you bend mortals to your will? You cannot comprehend the intricacies of our work. It is highly probable that you assume that the key is the direct cerebral connection, but that is an insignificant accomplishment within our project. Our true genius is embodied in the device you are observing at this moment. It collects external thoughts that are then translated into generic signs, stored, transformed, and sent back as commands. This process is efficient. The cognition circlet receives the command and compels the body to execute it. It expels all redundant and resistant elements from the specimen's mind. Our device is the pinnacle of scientific thought, a mechanism created by a mortal being, yet it surpasses its creator in every aspect. It is the beginning of a new era, a gateway to the future. It allows us to control our servants. We are holding them at the tip of our thoughts. Our soldiers have forgotten the meaning of fear. We have erased it from their hearts and minds. They have forgotten their lives. The reclaimed space has been used to store knowledge of combat arts and mastery of Numerian weapons. They know no pain, and their bodies remain obedient to the cognition circlets, no matter the wounds they sustain. Until their functionality is lost completely, they will execute the commands. Observe, even physiological death failed to make many of them abandon their post. Is this not the perfect army? Should you not be bowing before our genius and thanking us for revealing the truth? All these never-before-seen mechanisms, how did you obtain them? They were procured in the depths of Numeria. We executed a series of expeditions into Silver Mount, where we discovered these and many other pieces. Killing noise, chambers of eternal life, artificial creatures, technology. These items were crafted from sky metals. They are not from Golarion. They were created under the light of other stars. The Technic League in Numeria extracts such machines from the ground. They think they can understand their essence and claim them. False. The nations of Golarion are underdeveloped beyond measure compared to the creators of these items, and their failure is therefore assured. Only the device that we assembled is capable of fully grasping technology. I won't submit to you. False. We will now begin the preparations for modernization.
Here comes trouble.
I refuse to surrender.
Damn it.
I got this.
Make your peace.
Condition is irrational.
Damn it.
Press the attack.
Gotcha. Stand by. Immediate extermination has been considered ineffective. The viability of our host has been compromised. The probability of death is estimated at 100%. The device must not cease operations. We are ready to transfer the device's control codes to you. Why are you giving your creation over to me? Self-perfection. We approach self-perfection by increasing the complexity of the structures we develop. The device is the most perfect and the most complex of the structures of our making. Its continued operation will guarantee the successful completion of our function. The code that controls the device is now known to you. Use it. Its potential is limitless. It will run the necessary procedures on mortal candidates with no need for your input. You will be able to make use of the results. Awaiting affirmative response. The device greets your approach with majestically cold indifference. Judging by the sound it makes, it is continuing its frightening and monumental work even after its owner's death. The device makes all of 100 Face's other creations look like pathetic tin handicrafts. Its inner workings reveal an array of perfect geometric forms, and a large crystal covered in minuscule engravings hovers suspended at its very center. The wave of energy it emits envelops you. This crystal contains tremendous power, and it is the writing on its surface that directs that power. It feels as if the device itself is a living creature, one that is merely sleeping. For now. Oh, come on. Wait, maybe I can...
Huh? Oh, yes, what?
Wait, when did she take mortal damage? Oh, right, I gave it to her. Let's see. Knowledge Arcana. Yes! Oh man, that would have failed if I hadn't used that. Just barely made it. Recalling all you've ever heard or read about the Numerian arts of technomancy, you fully understand the sheer genius of Hundred Face. Did he even realize what he'd created? That the function for which he was using the device, controlling enslaved warriors, was but a shred of its true potential. One might as well use a finely tuned astronomical instrument as a paperweight. The key unique feature of the device is its ability to read and process the thoughts of sentient creatures. By absorbing them into the crystal that serves as its heart, it breaks complex thoughts and emotions down into basic, clear symbols readable by anyone. It perceives deeply personal feelings and casually assimilates any experience, no matter how unique. It learns, and what it learns is everything. Hundred Faces' army provided it with many thoughts and emotions, but the device hungers for something more. Observing this magnificent monster is both breathtaking and terrifying. It is too valuable to give up. You utter the words, the meaning of which you fail to understand but cannot strike from your memory. There is a shift in the way crystals glow, a change in the sounds the device makes. You feel a strange sense of cohesion. It becomes abundantly clear. The device has identified your mind, familiarized itself with it, and the device is now ready to obey your commands. Wherever you may be, you need only offer a single thought and your order will be executed. The device is ready to serve. All that's left to do is to allow it to perform its bloody work as to send it naive and loyal mortals. So that's literally the only application of the device, just turning people into robots. Well, is there anything else in here? I seem to remember there being a few more locked doors. Yeah, that one's still locked. I don't know how to open it. And there's a locked door over here. Can't get that open either. Any other doors? There's one over here. Nope. Here's another door. Ooh, that can be unlocked. There aren't any more. Well, if there are monsters, they should be obedient to me, right? Ring of Devastating Will. This Ring of Protection +3 grants the wearer an ability to avoid magical and unusual attacks with great willpower. If a character makes a successful will saving throw against an attack that normally deals half damage on a successful save, instead they take no damage. A helpless character does not gain this benefit.
Let's see what we can do.
Well, obviously I'm gonna give that to whoever has the highest will save. Stormlord's Resolve. If the wearer of these bracers has the ability to cast spells spontaneously, it grants them the ability to cast the following spells: Jolting Portent, Call Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Chains of Light, Call Lightning Storm, Chain Lightning, Storm Bolts. To cast a spell, the wearer still needs to have a spell slot of the required level. It also grants the wearer an electric shield that deals 1d6 plus wearer's level electric damage every time an enemy lands a hit on the wearer, as well as electricity resistance 30. The wearer can fully embrace the power of these braces, allowing them to turn all their energy attacks into electrical. Interesting. A mechanical circlet that turns mortals into obedient servants of the sinister Hundred Face. This device has not yet crowned anyone's head and has not been activated. There was that one room. Where was it? Probably over here somewhere. Here. Now that I have a circlet, with the help of the tools available to you, convert the crown into a protective circlet. First and foremost, you break off the sharp spikes, then you tear the drill out of the monstrous machine's fastenings. You wield the drill, methodically punching holes in the circlet methodically punching holes in the circlet methodically. And hoping that your calculations are correct. By destroying just a few specific parts of this contraption, you can render it completely harmless. At last, your work is complete. You've turned the horrible device into something resembling a helmet that can be worn atop a head. An intact head that hasn't come in contact with a saw. This headgear will keep the wearer safe from even the strongest psionic attacks. Helm of Psionic Protection. Not a bad job. It looks like all the time you've spent as my assistant hasn't gone to waste. You've learned something, at least. Oh, there it goes. Can't do it anymore. So... where'd it go? No, I can't equip it. So then what do I do with it? use it to unlock some of these doors? Oh, maybe this door. Aha! Oh, really? I hate this place so much.
I will resist!
God damn it. Hate this place so fucking much. Really? Wow, one of them actually hit him. This is ridiculous. Better have been the last of them.
Here we go.
More flaming lockpick fuel. So yeah, that did remove some of the corruption.
Don't you miss the abyss at all? Even a bad home is still a home. That's what I think. A home lives in your heart.
Trust me, there's nothing worth missing. And I'm trying to rip that home out of my heart so I never think of it again.
Now, where's that door? No, not here. Here's a door. Its red lights flash ominously and the strange mechanism begins to emit a low hum. After running an eye over the front panel, you notice 3 half-faded pictographs. The first looks like a symbol for fire, the second might be a symbol for wind, and the third reminds you of the imprint of a hand. After a great deal of effort, you determine that the device is supposed to send signals to a person in a neighboring room. It seems that is where they conducted the experiments involving dangerous substances. The hand signal must have been a signal for a worker to bring a dangerous item into the room or to remove one. The wind symbol presumably initiates the air filtration systems, and the symbol of fire must incinerate everything inside. Since you don't know exactly what kind of gas the room is filled with, trying to set it on fire would be unwise. The best course of action seems to be to get rid of the source of the contamination first, then pump out any potentially dangerous air, and only then cleanse everything with fire. Triple fin helmet. This helmet gives its wearer one additional gore attack per round that deals 1d8 cold iron damage, with a +2 enhancement bonus to attack and damage rolls. Okay, I think that's finally everything. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Fuck this place. Let's see if this works. How many did we lose? None! Nice! Now let's see what... The Kobold Krennic provided the commander with letters implicating a number of prominent individuals in Neurosian and having connections with the demons. These people are plotting against the Crusade, impeding supply shipments and striving to discredit the commander. The disclosure of these letters will put an end to their conspiracy. Finance points income increases by 50, materials points income increases by 5. Nice. See, the Numerian device created by the necromancer Technomancer 100 Face is capable of transforming mortal crusaders into ultimate soldiers that can withstand any hardships and remain loyal, fearless, and fit for combat to their fullest potential, but to become invincible they have to pay a terrible price. They must relinquish their freedom, their minds, and possibly even their souls. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm ever gonna use that. See, a group of mongrels that has arrived in Dresden is itching for a fight. Lan worries that the belligerent recruits might ignore their orders in battle, lose their heads, and then lose their lives. Rein them in and position them in the rear. In a battle, the hot-headed and the reckless are the first to die. The Mongols were ordered to stand behind the formation so as not to be agitated and spurred into rash action by their close proximity to the enemy. Invitation from the Free Crusaders. A visitor from the past. A small crevice opened in the middle of Dresden, then a tiny, sickly old man climbed out. Coughing heavily, he introduced himself as a spirit of the Sarkorian land and thanked the Crusaders for their struggle. He wishes to help the Crusade and is offering the commander a choice. He can either open up the metal deposits that sleep beneath the earth not far from the fortress, or grow lush forests on top of them where wild game will make its home. I materials points income increases by 5 for 30 days. All units gain the robust feat. Plus 2% bonus to maximum HP. Adds 100 materials points, all units gain the healthy feat. 1% bonus. 3 Earth Elementals are recruited at the commander's headquarters. Yeah, much as I'd like that, I want to see what this does. The poor spirit was sick and weak. The wound had been poisoning him for decades. The commander gave him shelter in the camp of the Free Crusaders, where the spirit took his last breath soon afterward. Later on, lesser spirits arrived there to honor his memory and joined the Crusaders. So he dies anyway. A lady who has come to Dresden on business has requested a private audience. She claims to have connections with one of the commander's retinue. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it there for now. That was exhausting and frustrating. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you all again some other time.